Hey, I'm Airsoft Mike and I'm here today to do yet another unboxing, but this time it's not an airsoft weapon, no, but it is something that every airsofter will probably want to use at some point. And that, my friends, is an action cam. Now, there are many clones out there. Now, we all know the market leader, GoPro, okay? Let me say this straight off, straight away, without any doubt, GoPro, the best. However, there is a very good alternative out there, and it's called the SJCAM. And not just any old SJCAM. This is the SJCAM SJ5000 Plus, the one with the Wi-Fi. This beauty! Oh my gosh, this is nice. Yes, people, this is the SJCAM SJ5000 Plus, the one with the Wi-Fi. Now, straight out of the box, let me just show you the difference between this and the previous SJ4000. And let me say this, the SJ4000 is a fantastic camera because I also have that one. This is the new improved edition. There's not much between the two, but there are one or two very important improvements which makes this one just that little bit better, but the SJ4000 is still a fantastic camera. So let me make that clear. So here in front of you is, as I said, the SJCAM SJ5000. The immediate difference you will see between the two is this one has 3 buttons there. The camera, or the overall dimensions of the SJCAM SJ5000 is slightly, and I really do mean slightly larger, okay? Slightly bigger. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go through all of the specs, and what I'll do is I'll take it out of the case so you can look at the camera a little better. So I just pull this lever right here across like that, and this part right here comes up like so. And then up, and you open the door, and you just drop the camera out. And before I move on to the camera, let me just tell you a little bit about this case. It is waterproof, okay, and of course splash proof. So on this side of the camera, you have that extra button that I talked about earlier. This is your Wi-Fi button. So that switches the camera into Wi-Fi mode. Fantastic. Previously, you had to do it from within a set of steps using the up and down button on the SJ4000. And right next door to the Wi-Fi button, you have your built-in speaker. And then just below that, you've got your up and down buttons. Now, if I swing the camera around to the other side, right here, you have your micro USB socket. You have your micro HDMI socket. And you also have your SD micro card socket, and as you can see, I already have a micro SD card inserted. It does not come with one. And right below there, you have your little microphone. So right here on the top, you have your selection button with an LED light right next to it. Now, if we look beneath the SJ5000, you have your battery compartment, and you simply pull on that lever right here, and that opens up the battery door. And of course, you have your battery inside the unit. Let me just pull it out, show you how dinky and small it is. And there it is. An original SJCAM battery. So let's have a look at the front, the business end of the camera. And right here you have your power and mode button. And right here you have your two very cool looking LED lights. And here of course you have the lens, and if I turn it to the side, you will see that it's a bit longer. In fact, it's a lot longer than the SJ4000 lens. The camera itself is built very nicely. It does not feel cheap at all. It's got a very nice rubberized texture. Of course, I've still got the protective film on the back there. Obviously, when you get yours, you can just peel it off and you'll see how beautiful the back is without it. And of course, if you can see just there, I still have the film on the lens. So let me just go ahead and take that film off. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Turn it around to the back, take this one off, and there you go. You can see the camera in all of its beautiful glory. Right, so in a moment I will show you the quality of this camera, and as well as the video modes, I will also show you the photography modes that this SJ5000 has. Right, so let's run through some of the specs that this camera has. Of course, it records up to 1080p at 60 or 30 frames per second. It has a 1.5-inch screen at the back. As I've shown you before, it's got a built-in speaker and microphone on the camera. It supports multiple languages such as English, French, Dutch, Spanish, and Italian. It has an extra button on the side, which I've also shown you, and that's for your Wi-Fi mode. It has a 16.3 Panasonic CMOS sensor. I think that is very cool and very good. It also has an Ambarella processor. No, not umbrella, Ambarella. Anywho, the Wi-Fi supports Android and iOS. It has multiple photo shooting modes, including single, snapper, and time-lapse. This cool little camera also boasts audio and video output mode whilst recording. How cool is that? And apart from you airsofters using this to capture your game days, obviously this camera is fantastic in car mode, so you can put it as a dash cam or use it for your motorbike. It has a loop mode and of course a continuous recording mode, which is very handy for you airsofters or paintballers. The SJCAM SJ5000 can also be used as a webcam. The charging is done via the supplied USB cable. And of course, I've shown you that it comes with a 900 mAh battery, and that's mAh, by the way. And I believe if you're lucky, that will give you about an hour of continuous recording. But you know what? I would buy myself some extra batteries. In fact, I already have extra batteries for this because I already have the SJ4000 and I bought a couple of extra batteries for that, which are compatible with the SJ5000. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it on and I will show you exactly what happens when you turn it on the screen here. But what I will do is I'll turn off this very powerful studio light so that you can get a better image on your screen. Right, so here we go. There you go, it says SJCAM and it's got SJ5000 on the screen there. And there you can see the screen, and of course it's on, so what you're seeing there on screen is me holding the camera. And you can see my Airsoft armory behind me. Right, so let's get back to the screen. On the top there you can see that it's currently in the 1080p mode, which I believe that's how it comes shipped. And right there in the corner, you can see it's showing me what I have left on the card, which is 31.2 gigabytes, which is pretty much how these cards come shipped. And down there, it shows you how much battery you have left. And of course, next to it, it has the date. Now, obviously, I haven't set the date yet, so that's the incorrect date, because it is... What date is it today, in fact? Yes, it's the 7th of October, 2015, and of course that's not the time. The time I'm filming this video is 4 minutes past 11 in sunny London. Right, so let's go through the modes, the various different modes you have on this camera, and you access that by again pressing the power button right here, but be sure not to hold the power button down too long because it will just turn the unit off. So it's quite difficult showing you the actual menu on camera. Hold on. I think you can just about see it there. Just show you all the different various options that it has. Let me just locate the up and down button. Can you see all of that? Absolutely full of different options. This is absolutely fantastic, and for the price point as well. It's brilliant. Okay, so we're just going to quickly check out the Wi-Fi capabilities of this SJCAM. You are supposed to be able to view on your phone, tablet, Android, iOS, whatever the camera lens sees, you should be able to view it on a separate device via direct Wi-Fi. So let's have a go of this now. So let me just get this open. So on my phone I have about 3 different apps that I could use for my action cam and an actual SJCAM app right there. So let's go with that one. Okay, camera's on. Make sure the Wi-Fi is on. Give the Wi-Fi a few seconds to initiate. So right there you got the little Wi-Fi symbol that's just turned green, so we're good to go. So on my phone I've already linked it, and as you can see it's picked it up right there. So all I have to do is go next, turn this around, and right, so now you should be seeing what my SJCAM is seeing. So I've just picked the camera up, there you go, and there is a slight lag there, which I expected, but yeah, pretty good, no issues there. So that's the Wi-Fi on the SJCAM SJ5000, and I'm viewing it on my mobile phone. Okay, so let's test out the image quality of this camera. So I'm going to start off by taking a few photos, and I'll be showing you them on the screen, and I'm going to take some video footage also in my Airsoft armory, and we'll take a look and see how good a camera this is. Very nice. So I'm just showing you around my armory. My Airsoft armory, just in case people are watching this for the first time. These are all Airsoft pistols, because I do appreciate sometimes people stumble across my videos and they don't know anything about Airsoft or don't know anything about me and think, oh my gosh, look at all those guns! No, these are all Airsoft guns. And I'm just testing out the fantastic SJCAM SJ5000. Okay, so what you're seeing here now is my Airsoft Armory Stroke Studio, completely dark with no studio lighting on at all, with just a little light seeping through the closed blinds. This little bad boy right here is a Samsung 32GB. However, for some reason when I put it in this SJCAM, it only records in increments of 5 or 6 seconds, then it stops and starts recording again. Stops and starts recording again. Stops and you get the point, right? So I swapped it out and put this ScanDisk SD card in, and it works perfectly. That I don't understand. Or could it be that this ScanDisk is much better than the Samsung? Or could it be the Samsung one was a clone crappy one? I really don't know. Either way, it's a bit hit and miss as to which SD card works in this SJCAM. Best thing to do is to go online, have a look at the SJCAM website, see what cards they recommend, look in forums, see what people are saying are working perfectly, and go for that. So far, no problems whatsoever with this ScanDisk. Now, I'm not saying that this Samsung SD card is rubbish, far from it, because when I put this card in any other device, there are no issues. So that really is brain-boggling. Maybe the SJCAM needs a firmware update, who knows? But for some reason this SD card does not get on with my SJCAM. And from what I've read, you can put an SD card up to the capacity of 32 gigabytes, which is what that Samsung card was. So I don't think that was the issue. Other than that, it's all pros for me, and I thoroughly recommend this SJCAM Action Cam. If you have one, or if you plan on getting one and you have any problems, make sure you check the SD card, okay? Make sure you have the latest firmware update, okay? And make sure you check the forums and, you know, the Facebook pages or wherever you normally look, even here on YouTube, and see what people are saying about this camera. Some bad, most good. And the majority of those that are bad are the ones that haven't got the latest firmware update or have a dodgy SD card. So let me just quickly show you all the accessories that come with this Action Cam. Unlike the SJ4000, it comes with a little lens cap. Cool. And of course, it comes installed with a battery. And of course, here is just one of the options of what you can do with the accessories that come with the camera. You can mount it on a fast helmet or different types of helmets with the accessories that are included in the box. For me to have put this on this fast helmet, I needed an NVG mount plate. So that's the only thing you don't get in the box, is the actual plate that goes onto the helmet first. Some helmets do have these plates on there already, so you need nothing more other than what's supplied in the box by SJCAM to get it on this helmet. And as you can see there, what I've done is I've joined more than 2 pieces from that box of accessories to give me that sort of gooseneck effect so that I can have the camera right there. And cut. Oh boy, that was good. Let me take this off. This is absolutely hurting my stomach because I've got a bit fat and this is really tight. Anyway, let me go and watch EastEnders now.